This afternoon, we have two teams here looking to get on the winning track. One team who had a good couple of games, lost their last one, and now another team that is looking to simply find their first win of this 2021 regular season. It is time for high school hockey here on The Kuehl Show. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tyler Kuehl, and welcome inside Kentwood Ice Arena for today's game as the East Kentwood Falcons host Kalamazoo United for the second time this season. East Kentwood comes into today's game with an 0-7 record, currently 6th in the Fisher division. They've had a couple of rough games over the past week. Yesterday, they lost to an 8-2 decision to the Hudsonville Eagles. Oscar Vargas and Ben Forbes each getting goals for the Falcons. Bobby Hoskins and Trevor Graham picking up assists for the home squad as they were hosting Hudsonville here at Kentwood yesterday. Braxton Ewer was in net for EK, put in a solid performance, solid outing in one of his few starts this season. They also lost on Wednesday as well to a tough one to Kentwood Hills. The Kentwood Hills that is currently first in the Fisher division. They beat the Falcons 6-1 on Wednesday. That was over in Walker. Bobby Hoskins, the lone goal scorer for East Kentwood in that affair. Kalamazoo United comes in after a tough loss last night at the hands of the same Kentwood Hills. They are 3-5 on the regular season. Currently first, though, in the South Division down in Kalamazoo. They were looking to build off a dramatic win on Wednesday, a 3-2 win over the Portage Muskies in overtime. That was where Brendan Collins put out a great game, 2 goals and an assist, with Jared Colvin getting the game-winning goal for Kalamazoo United. Parker Remelius, he was outstanding once again in that game for KZoo United. 40 saves on the game. However, Portage was able to hold Kalamazoo United on the power play, but Kalamazoo United was able to get the win, to get their third win on the season. At that point, they were 3-4, and that was a kind of an interesting start for this Kalamazoo United team. As they started the season 1-4, they were able to pick up 2 wins in a row before dropping last night's game to Kentwood Hills. They look to try to bounce back here this afternoon against East Kentwood. Of course, Kalamazoo United, a program that is combined, a program that sees Kalamazoo Public Schools, Kalamazoo Central, Loy Norix, and Hackett Catholic Prep, all 4 of those schools combining to make up the Kalamazoo United. They're wearing their road blue and green tonight, kind of the Hartford Whaler look, as you'll see here in just a little bit. Of course, these two teams have played already this season, with Kalamazoo knocking off East Kentwood right here at Kentwood Ice Arena back on February the 12th. Jacob Felmadin having 2 goals in that game, with Andrew Vanderloon and Brendan Collins each picking up a goal and an assist. Parker Remelius, one of his easier outings that he's had this season, only 23 saves did the netminder for Kalamazoo United have to make. He's been a very busy goaltender this season. We'll get to his numbers here in just a moment. Let's get you the players to watch here this afternoon. First for the Falcons, Alex Long, number 22. Been a big part of this hockey club. He is a leading scorer this season. He actually finished 5th on the team last year in scoring with only 3 goals and 9 assists. He'll be going to play for Ferris's ACHA Division III team next season, along with defenseman Tyler Tingley. Also another guy to watch out for. We talked about Bobby Hoskins getting the goal on Wednesday against Kentwood Hills. He's been a guy that the Falcons have really relied on quite often this season. He actually finished 2nd on the team last year behind Matt Cohen scoring with 9 goals and 10 assists for 19 points. He's got a great shot, and Phil Sweeney says if he can get it off, it can be dangerous on the offensive attack. Also, guys to watch out for, Trevor Graham, going to be going to play for Michigan State's ACHA D2 team next year. Ryan Long, the captain, a workhorse. Those are a couple of key names that the Falcons are going to need to step up today if they want to get win number 1 on the season. Also, they're going to be looking to watch out for guys that play for Kalamazoo United, like Jacob Felmadin, 6 goals and an assist for 7 points, leading Kalamazoo United into today. He's been only held off the score sheet twice this season. Lost in a loss to Kalamazoo Eagles back on February the 17th, and in Kentwood Hills loss last night. Last season, he had 13 points as a member of Kalamazoo United as a sophomore, now a junior. Talked about Brendan Collins having a big game against East Kentwood a while back, and of course the big game on Wednesday against Portage. He's 2nd on the team with 4 goals and 2 assists for 6 points. Actually, it's kind of odd, though. It's only had 3 games with points, though, this season. One of them being that game against East Kentwood, at Portage on Wednesday, and 1 goal against Mid-Michigan on February the 20th. He finished 5th on the team in scoring last year with 11 points. And Andrew Vanderloon, a goal and an assist in that game against East Kentwood back on the 12th. This season, 4 goals and an assist for 5 points. He had 3 straight goals after the game on Wednesday. Held off the score sheet last night. Had 6 goals and 9 assists for 15 points last season. So there'll be a couple guys to watch out for. And the starting goaltenders today, Parker Remelius for Kalamazoo United. We'll get his numbers in just a little bit. Liam Whitley will be the goaltender for East Kentwood tonight. We'll take a quick break, folks. When we come back, we'll get you set for puck drop between the Kalamazoo United and the East Kentwood Falcons. You're watching high school hockey here on The Kuehl Show. And welcome inside Kentwood Ice Arena as we are just moments away from puck drop between Kalamazoo United and East Kentwood here on this Saturday afternoon. Let's get you the starting goaltenders. First for the visiting Kalamazoo United, it'll be Parker Remelius, 3-5 he is on the season with a .296 goals against average and a .925 save percentage. And down to our right, East Kentwood's netminder will be Liam Whitley. He has stopped over 50 saves multiple times this season. Looking to put up another big performance tonight if East Kentwood wants to get win number 1 on the season. East Kentwood in their home whites with red armbands and red pants skating right to left across your screen. Kalamazoo United in their Hartford Whaler looking blues with green and white trim skating left to right. The goaltenders are ready. Ryan Long on the draw for East Kentwood. On the draw for Kalamazoo United, Sean Mason. The two seniors take off the draw. The puck is dropped and we're underway from EK. Puck is played in the neutral zone. Dumped on in by Jacob Fellman, the leading scorer for Kalamazoo United. East Kentwood gets it back. The puck's cleared on down. However, this missed pass misses everybody by Cameron Smeald. And we'll have an icing in our first whistle this hockey game coming 15 seconds in. Liam Whitley, quite the workhorse for the Falcons this year. He stopped 59 shots against Hudsonville. Not yesterday, Friday, but the Friday before that. Then we were back here on Saturday, and he put in a workload against Grand Haven as well, over 50 saves in that game as well. As the faceoff in the EK zones, won by the Falcons, shot on in by Bobby Hoskins, going on in the corner with it, and after the forecheck is Cameron Willie. Ryan Long, the captain for the Falcons, moves it down low. It's pushed away, and a good firm check thrown. As stepping into his man was Cameron Willie, but Kalamazoo United is able to break it on out. Pass misses, and Ben Forbes takes it on back for the Falcons. Ryan Long in his own zone. Pushed it on back looking for Smill, but it missed him, but now Smill has to retreat behind his own goal. Into the near corner, pressured by Brendan Collins of the Kalamazoo United, taken back now by Alex Long. Collins is able to throw it towards the goal. It's knocked down by Ben Forbes. He'll just slap it up the far boards. Good hold at the left point by Avery Thielman. Thielman at a bad angle with a shot, and that's stopped by Whitney, and it goes off the rafter right above him. And a face-off will stay inside the EK zone with just over 16 minutes to play here in the opening first period. We're glad you can join us here for this high school hockey action here on this Saturday here on the Kuehl Show. We were here last Saturday where Grand Haven Buccaneers were able to come in here to Kentwood Ice Arena and knock off the Falcons with a 7-2 victory. Face-off in the EK zone, one back by Kalamazoo United. Thielman throws another shot through. That gets knocked down. Alex Long will take it back for the Falcons. He pushes it on ahead. Coming down the left wing side with speed, Trevor Graham. He stops up at the half wall. He tries to avoid a check, but gets buried as Clay Guffey, the sophomore, came barreling in on him. And Alex Long tries to throw a check, but he's a little worse for wear as Thielman shrugged him off. Tyler Tingley in his own zone for the Falcons. Plays it on over the near side. Tipped on ahead by Brett Van Poelen. But Kalamazoo United gets it back in the neutral zone. Couple good moves by Andrew Bunderlin with a shot and a good glove save made by Whitley. And they'll hold on for a faceoff. Vanderloon just got a little bit of speed here. Of course, the neutral zone here at Kentwood, very narrow, so it doesn't take much to quickly get into the offensive zone. Face off to the right of Whitley, Ryan Long, the captain. Guy that's looking to play maybe some junior hockey next season. Don't know where yet, but he's looking to extend his hockey career post-high school. He tries to win it on four, but it's one on back by Kalamazoo United. Dumped on low. Here's Sean Mason with it. He wraps around in goal, throws it out in front, knocked away. Good play made by Ben Forbes. Here's a shot from a bad angle. That gets knocked down. Puck sits at the side of the goal for a moment, chipped out to center. And look out here. Bobby Hoskins is in on a breakaway. One-on-one with Remelius, and he scores! We talked about it in the pregame show. If Hoskins can get the shot off, it can be lethal, and it is here as the East Kentwood Falcons jump out in front. We'll see who gets credited with the assist, but the goal goes to Hoskins. Time of the marker, the 1:50 mark. East Kentwood out in front here early. That's something the Falcons haven't had a whole lot of this season, is getting out and getting that first goal of the hockey game, but they get an important one here. Not much Remelius could have done on that one. Just a nice, simple chip off the glass, and Hoskins was off to the races, and it's a 1-0 hockey game in favor of the home team. Puck's out in front. Look out here. They'll give the assist to Ben Forbes. There's a missed opportunity there for Kalamazoo United. Now at the left point with his Aiden Dutcher. He takes a shot, takes a hit. Whitley stops it. Play continues on as the rebound was swept behind the Kentwood goal. Trying to move it along. Here's Alex Long. Pass ahead, tipped ahead by Trevor Graham behind the red line, but he'll be able to pick it up before the ice. Oh, no, he couldn't get there in time. Puck just crossed the goal line first, so the faceoff will come back in the Kentwood zone. Hoskins, from Forbes. And after last night where it was Hoskins getting an assist, Ben Forbes getting one of the goals, with Trevor Graham getting the assist on the Forbes goal yesterday for EK. So a 1-0 lead here. 14:39 to go here in period number 1. Face-off one on back by Kalamazoo United. There's a shot that gets deflected wide. Up over to the far point. Held in by Kalamazoo United. They can't clear, though. Held in now as Nathan Feldman tries to push it down low. Feldman, the freshman of the two Feldmans on this Kalamazoo United roster. Here's Ryan Long pushing it ahead for EK. Gives it ahead for Hoskins, the goal scorer. His shot, that gets blocked as Jared Colvin got in the way. Look out here. A shot at the side of the goal was Ben Graham. Good job by Remlius and getting buried into the Kalamazoo United netminder. Remlius, looks like that was that Alex Long driving the goal. Or Bobby Hoskins, but he's okay. As is Remlius. No call forthcoming. Just a face-off inside the Kalamazoo United zone with 14:13 to go here in the first period. Face-off will come to the right of Remlius. One on back here. Bobby Hoskins has it for the Falcons with a shot. A good toe save made by Remlius. He was able to flash out that left pad. Puck's in the far corner. Aiden Dutcher moves it on over. Here is Andrew Vanderloon. Throws a puck up the far side. His pass misses Brendan Collins, and it will come on down for an icing. So we'll reset back in the KZoo end as we have just passed the 3-minute mark of this opening period. Kalamazoo United trailing EK by a score of 1-0. Remember, it was Kalamazoo United who won 4-1 in the same barn just earlier on this month. Face-off will be to the left of Remlius as Ryan Long was set at the near face-off circle. Long taking the draw here against Noah Kunnert of Kalamazoo United, and the Falcons able to win it. Van Poelen moves it down the wall. Alex Long with cross, looking for Trevor Graham, but a good defensive play made on the backdoor side by Aiden Dutcher to negate any scoring opportunity. Kalamazoo United tries to push the play, but it gets knocked on back. Andrew Vanderloon in his own zone for Kalamazoo. He gives it up as Dutcher moves it ahead. Clay Guffey trying to get the line, bumps off Trevor Graham. However, he bumped off him, and unfortunately getting ahead of the play was the junior Brendan Collins, so we'll have a face-off inside the neutral zone after the offsides. Unfortunately, no shot tracker here today for us here at Kentwood Ice Arena, so we're just going to have to kind of guess the shot attempts. And as of right now, I'd say they're pretty even. Kalamazoo United had a couple of good whacks on goal. Whitley standing tall, and Kalamazoo has pressured Parker Remelius so far, including the one goal by Bobby Hoskins. Puck's behind the East Kentwood goal, trying to push it out in front here with a nice play was Jacob Feldman, but he couldn't complete it as the puck fell off his stick. In the far corner, Trevor Graham trying to work it out. Feldman takes it back, looking out in front. Good job by Van Poelen to knock it away for the Falcons. It's in the near side corner, Sean Mason. Up to the point, poked on in, kept in by Cameron Strunk. Feldman with it. Over to the left point. Thielman with a drive and a shot that was deflected wide. Over the near side half wall, Alex Long trying to chip it out. It was taken away from him. Over to the far side, Trevor Graham looks to get out for the Falcons. He'll just clear it, and this will definitely go down for icing, so we'll have a face-off just past the 4-minute mark here at Kentwood Ice Arena. 1-0 lead for the Falcons. Talking about Parker Remelius, the netminder for Kalamazoo United. 296 goals against average, but a .925 save percentage, including a shutout. He's had 5 games of this season with over 40 saves, as the faceoffs won in the Falcons zone by East Kentwood, held in at the point. 40 saves, including making 47, a season high against Mid-Michigan on February the 20th. Cameron Willie dumps it in the Kalamazoo United zone. The Falcons going on the forecheck. Ryan Long gets the puck knocked away from him. Out to center and moving on through is Noah Kunnert, cuts across the middle and just dumps it on in right on goal, and Whitley won't take any chances, and they'll hold on for a faceoff. Oscar Vargas out there now. We missed Vargas last Saturday, but he's back in the lineup tonight. And of course, yesterday, one of the goal scorers for East Kentwood, playing the right defense position for the home squad. Mason on the draw for Kalamazoo United, wins it back, but it won it so well that Ryan Long will now go chasing after it. Actually, I think Ryan Long actually won it forward and was no icing, as now Long is able to get it on the forecheck for the Falcons. Tries to keep it down low, gets knocked off the puck by Mason, but Bobby Hoskins comes in to help out. Back for Ryan Long with a shot, a soft one, an easy save made by Remlius, and he'll hold on for a faceoff. It's a good little move towards the middle by Long, but just couldn't quite get enough, get enough wood on the shot, but there are no wood 6Us nowadays, only composite, so not enough composite on it there. Long stays out there. He'll have Hoskins on his wing. Also, he's having Jason Yosefkovsky on the other wing. Face-off, one back to the point. Van Poelen slaps it back around. Comes over to the near side corner. Cameron Strunk, the junior defenseman, will push it ahead. To the line and just out past Tyler Tingley. Good play made by Ian Blair, but the Falcons have it back. Van Poelen on the far side. Gets to the red line and backhands it in. Not too far, though, into the Kalamazoo United zone. Off the bench, though, trying to get a hand on it is Ndio Kazaju, but he lost the handle as Kalamazoo United looks to bring it back in. Good hip check thrown by Hoskins, but unfortunately Kalamazoo United is able to keep Tate. Look out here, a weird bounce as the puck was dumped on in, but it went off Tingley, and Whitley was going out of his net, had to retreat back to the right in front of his own net to make the save. Puck's played on in. Alex Long is able to shrug off a check by Cameron Strunk. Kalamazoo United trying to break out of their own end. Pass made by Aiden Dutcher was deflected. Strunk on the near side corner, reverses flow behind his own net is once again is Dutcher. 11:20 to go in the first period. 1-0 lead here for East Kentwood. The goal by Bobby Hoskins. Long shot off the glove of Whitley. He grabs the rebound, though, with the streaking Noah Cunnert coming after him and hold on for a face-off. Obviously not a bad shot here, and it's only about 55 feet from the blue line to the goal line. There's not a whole lot of room. It's not your typical 60-foot shot from the blue line, so any shot from the offensive zone is not nearly as far as some people would think, and compared to normal rinks. It's a good play made at the line, held it in by Thielman. Holding in for the Kalamazoo United. Puck's chipped out to center by the Falcons, and now going back in his own zone, Jared Colvin, the hero for Wednesday night for Kalamazoo United. Avery Thielman with it now for Kalamazoo. He looks over to the far side, being pressured. That there by Dylan Losey, dumped on in, and he'll go chasing after it himself. Cameron Smeal tried to avoid a check, but he lost the handle on it. Still on the forecheck. Here's the defenseman Thielman. Back to the point, Colvin with a shot. Wristed on through, deflected, and it went off the foot of Clay Guffey at the last second, or maybe that may have been finding the near post. To the line, not out. Good hold once again by Colvin. Takes a shot, takes a bump, but it goes wide. Over to the far side, played back to the point by Brendan Collins. Another long shot, this time easily gloved and held onto by Liam Whitley. And we'll have a face-off with 10:24 to go here in the opening period in the East Kentwood zone as they lead Kalamazoo United by a score of 1-0. Both teams get a change here. Sean Mason back on the draw for United. Ryan Long out there for the Falcons. One on back. Brett Van Poelen leaves it for Tyler Tingley. Tingley backhands it up the near wall. It gets out to center. Look out here. Bobby Hoskins one-on-one with Vanderloon. He takes a shot. A good blocker save made by Remlius. That's a good play by Hoskins. Cuts it to the middle and kind of uses Vanderloon there as a screen. And Remlius kind of had to fight that off with the blocker through the screen of his own defenseman and was able to make the save. Puck went out of play, so we'll have a face-off inside the Kalamazoo United zone. We're at the 6:47 mark of the opening period. Face-off won by the Falcons. Back to the line. Tingley steps into one and a high riser. Hits the stanchion and actually comes over the near side. Ryan Long throws a firm check on Strunk, and now it's taken on back by Jacob Thelmanen as Kalamazoo United tries to get out of their own zone. Over to the far side, pitchforked on ahead by Nathan Thelmanen, gets it out to center, but Tyler Tingley slaps it right back in the United zone. However, they'll say no ice, and it's Cameron Strunk, who was actually trying to get off the ice, could have played it, so we continue on. Another weird bounce off the stanchion, almost gave it to Alex Long for the Falcons, but Kalamazoo United will get it on back, Sean Mason. Over to the far side, Cameron Strunk. He's just looking to get off the ice, so he'll get to the red line and dump it on in. Takes a firm hit, though, as Tyler Tingley steps into him, but that will be a penalty, as it was a high hit, as Tingley will go off for elbowing, so our first power play of the game will go to Kalamazoo United. Tingley knew that's what Strunk was trying to do, just trying to get it to the line and dump it, so he steps up on him. Unfortunately, a little bit too much of a follow-through, so the first penalty of the hockey game will come up at the 7:30 mark of the opening period. Falcons up by 1 here on Kalamazoo. United trying to find a way to tie this one up. They got Vanderloon out there. Third leading scorer on the team so far this season. He gets it off the draw. He'll play it in down low. It wraps around the East Kentwood net over to the far side. That's Noah Cunnert, the junior. Pressuring him is Trevor Graham. He gets it, clears the line, not out. Second opportunity, he's able to knock it on past Thielman. And now coming back in his own zone with Graham right behind him is Vanderloon for Kalamazoo. He shrugs off a check and now gets a little bit of room on the far side as he enters the neutral zone with speed. Over the line, trying to get around Ryan Long, couple of stick taps. Vanderloon looking out in front, throws it on through, all off a skate, and I think that may have hit Whitley as it went off the foot of Ian Blair, and a good job by the EK netminder to stay square and kick that one away. Vanderloon on back in his own zone, 1:20 to go in the power play for Kalamazoo United. 8:45 remaining in this first period. Vanderloon, a long pass knocked down right at the line, held in by Brendan Collins. He'll leave it for the streaking Noah Cunnert. He comes down the right wing side, looks out in front, no one there as the pass is intercepted. Bobby Hoskins on it for the Falcons. He'll get a little bit of room, and he'll fire it out and down the ice. Good coverage so far on the East Kentwood penalty kill. Not too many chances thus far in the first minute of this power play for Kalamazoo. A little bit of room. Avery Thielman throws it on a cross, finding Jacob Felmanen in stride. 6 goals on the season. Does Felmanen as he has it in the corner. Out in front, Collins with a shot, and he scores! Brendan Collins is able to redirect a nice pass from Felmanen in. A power play goal for Kalamazoo, and we're knotted up at 1. Time of this goal will be the 8:48 mark of the first period. That for Collins is his 5th goal of the season. Only the 2nd assist for for Jacob Felmanen. Felmanen now leading the team with 8 points. Collins 7 on the season as we're knotted up at 1 as we only have 8 minutes left here in the first period. Played on back in the Kalamazoo United on the attack. Here is a shot from Felmanen at the point, kicked away by the right leg, and a penalty upcoming once again to East Kentwood as Cameron Strunk was knocked down. Puck has not been turned over yet, as in the far corner is Nathan Felmanen. Throws it out in front, and it's finally grabbed by Ben Graham. And another power play coming up here for Kalamazoo United as an interference call coming to the Falcons, as this time it looks like it's going to be Caden Smeald coming off. Back-to-back power plays here for Kalamazoo United. Time of this penalty, the 9:15 mark. Face off to the left of Whitley. Already 1 for 1 on the day, or Kalamazoo, as the face-off puck was dropped. Unfortunately, a little bit of a false start on half of the Falcons, so they'll have to, and there's another penalty as Bobby Hoskins was voicing his displeasure on the call, so it'll be a 5-on-3 now. An unsportsmanlike call, so a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes here for Kalamazoo United. And this could be a real game changer, folks. Already tied at 1 and 1 for 1 on the power play. Now, all sorts of room for this Kalamazoo United power play. This is the same unit that got the goal, as here is Felmanen, who set up Collins, who Collins is right in front of Whitley, down in front of the East Kentwood goal. Andrew Vanderloon at the point, down to his right. It's Felmanen, down low, misses Collins, but Collins has it below the goal line. Back up to the half wall, now up to the point, Vanderloon. Back over Felmanen. Felmanen steps in, wants to shoot, and does. Good right pad save through a screen. Felmanen back on the rebound, though, as United's able to set up again. Pass across, one-timer, blocked there by Tyler Tingley. Held in at the line momentarily. Ryan Long, though, is able to push it out to center. Look out here. He's going to chase down Felmanen, trying to maybe get a chance 5-on-3, but he couldn't get the handle on it. And look out, here comes Kalamazoo United the other way. Vanderloon with a shot. Good save made. Rebound swept away by Ben Forbes. The line and out as Ryan Long pokes it. This time he'll get cut off right in front of his penalty box. He'll go off for a change, though. Now a minute gone in this 5-on-3 for Kalamazoo United as here comes Thielman, but he couldn't complete the play as he lost it in the near side corner. Jacob Felmanen trying to find a man. That's Sean Mason streaking through, but he couldn't get the handle on it, and now it's chipped out to the line and just out by Trevor Graham. 50 seconds left in the 5-on-3, full 2-minute 5-on-3 here for Kalamazoo United. We're tied at 1 here at Kentwood Ice Arena. Felmanen at the faceoff circle, down low. Mason back for Felmanen, lots of room, takes a shot blocker save made by Whitley. It goes over to the far corner, now to the point for Cameron Strunk. Has it at the line, back on a cross. Felmanen again, looks to shoot, tries to go backdoor, finds a man, and they score! It's Noah Cunnert one-timing it home. And Kalamazoo is able to cash in on the power play again, and they take their first lead of the hockey game. We'll see if there's a secondary assist, but it will be Kunert from Felmadin. Back-to-back assists for Felmadin on the power play. Still 30 seconds left in the penalty to Bobby Hoskins. Time of this goal will be the 10:47 mark. Goals less than 2 minutes apart here for Kalamazoo United. As play resumes here with United taking a 2-1 lead with back-to-back power play goals. Out in the neutral zone, Ian Blair brings it on in for United. Long shooting goes wide of the goal. Tyler Tingley for the Falcons slaps it to the line and not out. Good hold momentarily by Aiden Butcher. Trying to get out is Alex Long. Taken off the wall by Brendan Collins. Over to the left point again, down low with it, Sean Mason. He's looking for his options. Got Brendan Collins in front. He'll move it in the near side corner. Penalty expires. We're back to 5-on-5. Fake shot by Strunk. Down low for Mason. Drives the side of the goal. Wraps it around. Save made. Rebound. Another good save by Whitley. Third save again with the left pad. As Whitley makes a couple saves in tight. Held at the line by Cameron Strunk. He'll play it back down low. Ian Blair tries to win it off the puck. Sean Mason for United. Lost the handle on. Tingley will just slap it around and down the ice. And this will certainly have enough for icing. However, East Kentwood will get a change here with 5:17 to go in the first period. So East Kentwood gives up one goal on the 5-on-3. Doesn't give up on the second one, though. They trail one now, late in period number 1. So they only give only one assist on that last power play goal. So 2 assists, now 3 on the season for the leading scorer of Kalamazoo United, Jacob Felmadin. Face off in the Falcons zone, chipped out to center. Ben Graham now going to pressure Jared Colvin back in the Kalamazoo United end. Ben Graham's able to knock it away, but it's taken on back by Vanderloon. It goes off a weird stanchion up to the point of the shot. Save made, deflected on by Graham. Remlius is able to sweep the rebound into the far corner. Ryan Long on the attack now for the Falcons. He can't get a handle on it as Andrew Vanderloon tries to work off a check by Graham. Able to push up the sideboards, but Ryan Long takes it back for East Kentwood. He pushes it down low into the near corner. Now he'll wrap around the Kalamazoo goal. Actually tries a reverse flow, being pressured by Jared Colvin. Now he's able to work it back up to the top of the circle himself. Holds onto it, looking for a lane to shoot. Nothing doing. Now he fakes and still has it. Going around the world here is Ryan Long looking out in front. Nothing doing. Getting knocked down is Ben Graham in front. Power play upcoming for East Kentwood with a shot from the point was Forbes. And held on the rebound there was Remlius. So now a power play opportunity coming up for the Falcons as they'll get their first chance of the hockey game. As the refs kind of making sure they discuss the call correctly, make sure they got the right number. And it looked like it may be Vanderloon. It will be Vanderloon going off for Kalamazoo United. So with 4:24 to go in the opening period, trailing by 1, the Falcons will get their first power play opportunity of the hockey game. Faceoff will be coming to the left of the netminder, Parker Remelius. Bobby Hoskins on the draw for East Kentwood, wins it on forward. He'll go chase it below the goal line. As now it's taken by Trevor Graham as the Falcons look to set up shop in the United zone. 4:15 to go here in the opening period. Graham wrapping it around, kind of similar to what we saw Ryan Long do, looking for an opening. He has it at the side of the goal, back up to the point. It's Forbes. Forbes fakes the slap shot, tries to make a move, and a little too fancy though as Sean Mason knocks it away. And now Mason will chase it down into the East Kentwood zone. Works off a check. Look out here. Throw it out in front for Collins, but he couldn't get the backhander. Quickly tried to bring it back out in front there. Lying down on his stomach, or on his butt, is Whitley trying to grab the rebound as Sean Mason tried to stuff it. Almost a great opportunity shorthanded for Kalamazoo United. Now the Falcons look to bring it back to the way. A long stretch pass misses Tingley, but he'll chase it on in the United zone. 1:15 left in the power play for the Falcons. Alex Long throws it out in front. However, nobody there for the Falcons. Right on it was Noah Cunnert, the last goal scorer for United. He'll dump it on and down the ice into the Falcons zone. 3:25 to go in the first period. 2-1 lead for Kalamazoo United. The Falcons still with 57 seconds left on the power play. Bobby Hoskins will shoot it on goal from the neutral zone. Played off in the far corner by Remlius. Hoskins has it. Bad angle shot. Goes off a stick as Avery Thielman deflected it up into the netting above the net in the Kalamazoo United zone. So we'll have a face-off down to our left with 3:11 to go in the opening period. Kalamazoo United up 1. Ryan Long back out there. He's got Yosikowski to his left and Dio Kasaju to his right with Ben Graham and Ben Forbes on the power play attack here for the Falcons. Forbes with a shot off the draw, gets deflected and goes wide. Taken by the defenseman Aiden Dutcher and cleared out and down the ice. Behind his own net now as the Falcons look to try to break it out. Three being checked by three is putting on the pressure there was Jacob Fellman. Ben Forbes able to get away with it. Played up to center. Kasaju now a little bit of room. He just shovels it on quickly down into the Kalamazoo United zone. However, it was turned on away. Ben Forbes now over here for Ryan Long. 15 seconds left in the power play. Long across the blue line. Cuts to his right, takes a shot, goes off the foot of Dutcher and wide. As Kasaju throws it out in front, and it was knocked away as well. As the Falcons are going to go to 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the puck is cleared back down into their own zone. Still 2:22 left in the first period. 2-1 lead here for Kalamazoo United. Puck to the neutral zone. Ryan Long picks up with speed. Works around Brendan Collins, gets checked off by Strunk behind the goal, but he sticks with it. Bodies collide in front of the Kalamazoo United goal. No calls forthcoming. Incidental contact deemed by the officials. Dylan Losey gets checked off there, but Ryan Long pulls it out. Losey back to the point. Kasaju couldn't hold it at the line. Puck will come all the way back down the East Kentwood zone. Kasaju being checked off by Brendan Collins. And good job by Kasaju to pin him to the boards. Kasaju only 4'8", but doing a good job of really showing everything he's got. Here's a shot from the point. That gets deflected wide. Thrown back on front by Blair. Shot, couple saves. Collins stops that. On his keister once again is Whitley, but somehow that stays out. Couple of good chances there for Kalamazoo United. Puck's cleared out to center. 94 seconds left here in the first period. Puck's played on in by Ian Blair. Save made by Whitley. Van Poolen slaps up the near side board. Right coming off the bench is Alex Long. Chipped on into the Kalamazoo United zone. No icing. Over to the far wall. Taken back now by Trevor Graham. Graham gets away from one United player, gives it back for his defenseman, Forbes. Forbes gives it away to Feldman. Oh, and a good save by Whitley. A rebound, another try, and Whitley stops that as well. As the Felmadins get a couple of good chances, both Jacob and Nathan stopped by the Kentwood netminder. Oh, a disastrous giveaway by Forbes. He fans on the pass, out the breakout pass, and Jacob Felmadin, 6 goals on the season, looking to make it 7, but Whitley said no, and then Nathan Felmadin following up. He couldn't beat him either. Nathan Felmadin, who has yet to mark his name on the score sheet this season. Face-off won by the United in the East Kentwood zone. Puck's played in the near side corner. Nathan Felmadin getting checked off by Forbes. Still has it, though, behind the East Kentwood goal. Now over to the far corner. Less than a minute to play in the opening first period. That sees the United lead the Falcons by a score of 2-1. Ryan Long pushes on ahead for the Falcons in the neutral zone. Just flips it on in and will go chasing after it. He'll go in there with Avery Thielman. Thielman pins him to the boards. That allows a man to pick up the puck. That is Noah Kunnert. Bobby Hoskins takes it, fires it on goal for the Falcons, and an easy save and smothering it is the netminder Remlius. So he'll have a face-off to his right in the Kalamazoo zone with 34.3 seconds left in the first period. Falcons trying to find a way to tie this one up here by the end of the first period. However, they lost the draw. Cameron Strunk on it behind his own goal. Big hit thrown as Bobby Hoskins puts the shoulder into him. Cleared to the line, not out. Good hold by Forbes. Grabbed by Graham. Knocked off his stick, though, as Kalamazoo United looks to bring it out here with 20 seconds to go in the first period. Behind his own net is Andrew Vanderloon. Long stretch pass tip behind the red line, and this will have enough for icing. So with now 11.7 seconds left, we'll have a face-off down to our left in the Kalamazoo United zone. Head coach Phil Sweeney throws out the 2 longs, along with Trevor Graham. So 3 of the big guns on this Kentwood team, with Forbes and Tingley at the point. Sean Mason still out there on the draw here for Kalamazoo United. The 2 righties to the left of Remelius. One on back by the Falcons. Trevor Graham trying to sweep it on down. Has it. Cuts down the wall. Andrew Vanderloon tries to get it out. Can't do so. Second attempt, Sean Mason grabs it, pushes it on ahead. And that's how we'll end period number 1. No harm doing for United as we end things here after 17 minutes of play. Kalamazoo United on 2 power play goals. 1 from Brendan Collins, another from Noah Kunnert, are able to take the lead heading into the intermission. Folks, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll recap that first period for you in full. You are watching high school hockey here on The Kuehl Show, a show that happens every Monday night on 12-ounce Sports, where we break down all the best and brightest of hockey, and you catch some great interviews like this one that we had not too long ago with Detroit Red Wings play-by-play broadcaster Ken Kuehl. I mentioned just a few minutes ago that I still have Chris Osgood in my office here on the set of the Kuehl Show. But like you said, 2008 stands as the last cup in Motown. But obviously, as great the playoffs were and that series against Pittsburgh was memorable, it's Game 6 that is always the most memorable because not just for, the Wings winning the cup, but for you, Ken, in particular. You just came off Game 5 where it was a triple overtime game. I stayed up all night to only be disappointed to watch Peter Sikora score for the Pens. And then the morning of Game 6. Ken, take us through that day through the eyes of Ken Kuehl.
Well, just going back to Game 5, and if I'm wrong with this recollection, make sure you correct me, but I remember that the Red Wings had the lead with about 30 seconds to go, and we were really counting it down just because the Red Wings should have won the cup on home ice, and then they scored the goal, right, to tie it up, and then it went into triple overtime, and they won. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was Maxime Talbot tying up, and I remember Holmstrom had that great chance in front of the net, too.
Yeah, and so I just remember everybody, they had the locker room all set up for interviews and everything, and with 30 seconds to go, there was going to be overtime. Everybody, I'm hearing this secondhand, but everybody went into the Red Wing locker room, and there was chaos in there because they had to tear everything out of there because they didn't win the cup, right? So, yeah, that was pretty disappointing. But, yeah, it was a long game, and then the next day was a travel day. We went to Pittsburgh, and I just felt that something wasn't right. Like, I don't know if I was catching a cold or something, but something just wasn't right. And then the morning of Game 6, I woke up in the middle of the night, and I couldn't talk. And I was panicking a little bit, and I'm going like, well, let's give this some time. Maybe by 8 or 9 in the morning, it'll get better, but it just got worse. And so I had to email my boss over at the radio station, and they brought Ken Daniels in to do the game. And Kenny, to this day, I still say he should have called the final 11 or 12 or 15 seconds just because of the fact that, he did the game. And as a TV guy, you never get the opportunity to call history, I guess, because you're done after the first round. The radio guys get an opportunity to go all the way. But when he threw it to me, I think I only had about 15 seconds of voice left, and what a thrill it was because Pittsburgh almost tied it up. Puck went through the crease after Osgood made a great save, and the Red Wings won the Stanley Cup. But I think I had just enough voice to get through it, and everything worked out.
Everyone talks about, great, overcoming adversity, like, Bobby Baugh in the 64 finals against Detroit scoring on a broken leg. Michael Jordan with the flu game, as we've learned now, is the food poisoning game. No one ever talks about the laryngitis game, Ken. I can't believe it.
Well, I'm not a player, and I think if it was a player that had some, like you said, Bobby Bond breaking the leg, it'd be a little bit different. But
and you can always catch more of those interviews just like that when you tune into the Kuehl Show every Monday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Time on 12-Ounce Sports with Tyler and Alex Kuehl. That is, yes, me, Tyler Kuehl. We talk about the best and brightest and the latest and give in-depth analysis around the global spectrum of, that is, the lovely sport known as ice hockey. Let's recap what happened back in this first period between East Kentwood and Kalamazoo United. Things were looking good early for the Falcons. They had a real good push to start the hockey game, and they were rewarded just a minute 50 in as Bobby Hoskins was able to spring out of the neutral zone after a good play made by Ben Forbes at chipping off the glass and out and down the ice. Hoskins picked it up in stride, walked in down the right wing, and we talked about that lethal shot of his. He was able to fire it just under the crossbar, bar down, top shelf where Mama hides the peanut butter. It was a netminder, Parker Remlius. Not much he could have done on that one. And it was a 1-0 lead at that point for the Falcons. They haven't done that many times this season when they've jumped out in front. They were able to do so there. However, the lead was not around too long as Kalamazoo United was able to get a power play towards the halfway mark of the hockey game after Tyler Tingley went off for elbowing. Towards the end of the power play, Jacob Felmadin, the leading scorer for Kalamazoo United, was able to find Brendan Collins out in front. He fed him a beautiful pass. He was able to put it top corner on his own over the glove of Liam Whitley. That goal for Brendan Collins was his 5th goal of the season, making it a 1-1 game. Not too long after that, though, an interference call to Caden Smeald would give the Kalamazoo United another power play. However, that didn't last much longer as right out in the faceoff, Bobby Hoskins, after a false start, was jawing with the official. He went off for 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike, so that put East Kentwood down 5-on-3. In the latter half of the power play with a two-man advantage, Jacob Feldman was able to find Noah Kunnert with a beautiful cross slot pass. Kunnert on the back door slapped it in. That, for him, was his second goal of the season, making it a 2-1 game. They would not score on the second half of the second power play, so Kalamazoo United is 2 for 3 with a man advantage through 17 minutes of action. East Kentwood did get a power play late in the period, however, were unable to capitalize. And that was really the story of the first period, is really neither team could get going. It seemed like offensively, at least at the beginning, and it really picked up, especially with those 3 power plays for Kalamazoo United. They really started to take the play to the Falcons despite a good start for the home squad. Parker Remley has only had to make a few saves, not too many big ones. However, obviously East Kentwood's got a little bit of confidence getting that first goal, only trailing by 1 after the first period. We'll see how they go in period number 2 to try to get back in this hockey game. Still looking for win number 1 in game number 8 this season. We'll take a quick break, folks. When we come back, we'll get you set for puck drop of period number 2 between East Kentwood and Kalamazoo United here on The Kuehl Show. The Kuehl Show, where you can catch always great interviews and great insight to the world of hockey. And also we have some fun stuff as well, like this interview we talked with Sportsnet 650 from Vancouver's James Cebulski, and we were talking about how he found out about the coronavirus pandemic and how it was starting. Here's James Cebulski. I mentioned just a few minutes ago that I still have Chris Osgood in my office here on the set of the Kuehl Show. But like you said, 2008 stands as the last cup in Motown.
And says, holy cow, Trump just shut down international travel in the U.S. And it's like, wow, geez, that is serious. And so I take another 5 steps, and a colleague of mine gets up and comes over to me and says, the NBA just shut down. Rudy Gobert just tested positive, and you're going, oh my God, the NBA just halted play in the middle of the evening of scheduled play, and they just stopped. Like, wow.
During the Mavericks game, that was the famous one.
Yeah, and that was one that really kind of made it. And I feel like sports had such a major impact in terms of finally making everybody take this way more serious than they probably were at the time. So it's like Trump has shut down international travel. 5 seconds later, somebody says the NBA just shut down. And then 5 seconds after I go, holy crap, this is getting serious. I turn around and somebody else comes over and says, Tom Hanks has coronavirus. And
oh my
God, Forrest Gump's going to die. And at the time, you're like, this is crazy. And so it was that night where it was going down, and spending an hour on stage with Drew Brees and kind of seeing how things kind of worked for him last weekend. And that was kind of the last night to see anybody in some form of public setting after that particular night. We've just been working from home, where I've worked on my COVID beard and, probably justified way too many chocolates and glasses of wine and bags of chips, just blaming everything on COVID.
And you can always catch more of those excellent interviews. And James Cebulski, for those that may not know his work up in Canada, he's also the play-by-play voice of the EA Sports NHL franchise. I believe he is the 3rd voice after Jim Hughes and Gary Thorne. 4th, I guess. Gary Thorne, Doc Emmerich, and now James Cebulski. That was a really fun interview that we had with him. Just waiting for a puck drop here for period number 2. Zamboni just got off the ice here between Kalamazoo and East Kentwood. We'll take a break, folks. When we come back, it'll be puck drop between the Falcons and Kalamazoo United. You're watching high school hockey here on The Kuehl Show. And welcome back inside Kentwood Ice Arena, just moments away from puck drop. Period number 2 between Kalamazoo United and East Kentwood. 2-1 lead for Kalamazoo. 2 power play goals on their 3 attempts, one of which coming on a 5-on-3. Jacob Felmadin and Noah Kunnert, the goal scorers. Bobby Hoskins got the Falcons out in front less than 2 minutes into that first period. However, after 17 minutes, Kalamazoo United was able to bounce back and really start to take the play. Liam Whitley had to be sharp, had to make a few big saves, including a near disastrous giveaway by Ben Forbes that Whitley had to stop both the Felmadins, both Jacob, the junior, and Nathan, the freshman. Falcons now going left to right in their home whites. Kalamazoo United going back right to left in their we'll say 90s, mid-90s Hartford Whalers. Hartford Whalers now the Carolina Hurricanes. As we begin period number 2, puck is played on down into the East Kentwood zone. Ben Forbes hits a rut in the ice, takes a tumble, but now he's able to get the puck on the near side corner, and he'll flip it out. It goes off a stanchion. Look out. Felmadin in front. Almost a fortunate bounce there for Kalamazoo, but near disastrous. He's able to be avoided by the East Kentwood Falcons. In the near corner, Ryan Long trying to dig it out of there for the Falcons. Pulled out, though, by Felmadin. Bad angle. Takes a shot, and he scores! Jacob Felmadin is able to tuck it under the bar, short side, and the leading scorer for Kalamazoo United makes it 3-1. Time of this goal, just 32 seconds into the period. Felmadin, his 7th goal of the season, now gives him 10 points as he's been able to be a part of all 3 goals for Kalamazoo United. As the road squad's able to open up their lead just a little bit more, their biggest lead of the afternoon, now 2. Face-off 1 and played on into the East Kentwood zone as the Falcons now retreating as Brett Van Poelen slaps it to the line, not out. Good hold at the right point by Jared Colvin. Colvin down low for Brendan Collins. He gets pinned to the boards by Tingley, but he's able to get away from it momentarily. Adina Kasaju gets upended, is coming in from the left point to play it down low as Noah Kunnert. Avery Thielman, the one that is actually the defenseman on this unit, is actually pinching down low. Brendan Collins chips it down low, gets to the line. Look out here. Long chips it ahead. Can Graham stay on sides? Yes, unfortunately had to stop as the puck didn't quite get to him quickly enough. Long shot, easily blockered away by Parker Remlius. Tingley with a long drive. That goes high and wide. Kasaju will try to keep it in down low. Gets punched off the puck by Clay Guffey. Swung on over to the near side. Tingley pinching in for the Falcons. Keeps it down low as he bumps off Brendan Collins. Kalamazoo United trying to get it out on the far side. Clay Guffey bumps the boards and takes a tumble, but it's pitched out, forked out. Maybe a 2-on-1 here, but a good job by Tingley to slap it away from Kunnert. As the Falcons look to flip the ice, and they do. Alex Long going on the forecheck. Colvin being forced, plays up the wall. Look out, Ryan Long steps in. Nice move to the backhand. Oh, but it slips off his stick. Penalty, though, upcoming. As the Falcons will go back to the power play as Ryan Long still with it. Gives it away, though, to Clay Guffey. As it was touched. Penalty upcoming as a slashing call, I believe, to Jared Colvin of Kalamazoo United. So this will be the correction. It's actually number 23. It'll be Avery Thielman. 2 minutes for the slash, so power play number 2 on the afternoon for the Falcons coming up here. They are 0 for 1. They'll send out Ryan and Alex Long. Ben Graham will play the man out in front, the Tomas Holmstrom position, if you will, for your Red Wings fans. Bobby Hoskins, as well as Ben Forbes at the point. Face-off, though, won by Kalamazoo United. Sean Mason was able to win the draw, and it's cleared out and down the ice by Andrew Vanderloon. Ben Forbes, long stretch pass, finds Bobby Hoskins in the neutral zone. Ryan Long, nice little play to give it to Alex Long. Back for Hoskins, nice little entry zone here by the Falcons. The shot, though, goes wide. Ryan Long slaps it down low, and it goes all the way over to the far half wall. Alex Long at it. At the top of the circle, on the backhand, being pressured by Mason. Alex Long is able to dance away, gets it knocked off his stick, but it's held in by Ben Forbes. His wrist shot, though, gets blocked, and look out here, Jacob Felmadin trying to pressure. Forbes, though, trying to get away. Look out here, and Forbes able to dodge the any checks by Felmadin, but he gives it over for Alex Long. His pass blocked. 1:16 remaining in the power play, but look out, a chance for Kunnert with a high riser. That one finds the glass after Alex Long tried to slap it off the glass and hit that stanchion on the near side short boards. That's kind of caused havoc for both teams here in this hockey game thus far. Hoskins has it. He'll dump it on into the Kalamazoo United zone. Ryan Long on the forecheck on Cameron Strunk. Strunk is able to get it worked off the puck, and that'll be a penalty as Ryan Long knocked the stick clean out of the hands of Strunk, so that will negate the power play for East Kentwood. So we'll play 4 aside for the next 53 seconds, barring any other infractions. 2-goal lead here for Kalamazoo United here early in period number 2. Ryan Long off for the slash. It'll be an abbreviated power play coming up here. Be 1:07 left for it for the Kalamazoo United. They are 2 for 3. One of which their power play goals came on a 5-on-3. Face off to the left of Whitley in the Falcons zone. Cameron Willie on the draw for EK, but it's one on back by Noah Cunnard of Kalamazoo United. Dumped below the goal line. Brett Poulin tries to get it out. He gets taken off his stick, poked towards the goal by Brennan Collins, but wide. Tingley takes it back over for Van Poulin as Kentwood looks to clear. Long stretch pass, misses everybody. They'll say no. They'll say icing, yes, as it went right by the foot of Aiden Dutcher, of Kalamazoo United. So we'll have the faceoff fall back into the Falcon zone. 13:33 to go in period 2. Now a 2-goal lead for Kalamazoo United after Jacob Felmadin's 7th goal of the year. Already has 2 assists on the game. Didn't hear an assist on that goal, so we'll go with unassisted. That one being at the 32-second mark of this period. Kalamazoo United wins the draw in the Falcon zone, but it comes all the way back down in the United zone, so they'll have to regroup. Dutcher stretch pass, gets tipped ahead by Cunner. Couldn't handle it cleanly, though. Poked by Van Poulin, trying to get a handle on it here is Kasaju. Getting pressured by Brennan Collins, gets worked off the puck, and Collins will bring it on in the Falcon zone. Long shot, that goes wide. Off the back of the net, Collins tries to center out in front for Cunner, but it was knocked away by Tingley. Now a little bit of room here. Trevor Graham, maybe a 3-on-2 developing here for the Falcons as Graham goes on the left wing side. Tries to drop it back, but nobody there. Collins takes it away, and now a power play will presume here for Kalamazoo United. Only for a minute, though, an abbreviated one. Puck's played on over the near side wall in the Falcons zone. Here's Andrew Vandal, who's got a man in front, and they score! Easy tap in for Brendan Collins, and another power play goal for United. Gives them a 4-1 lead. Time of this goal will be at the 4:13 mark. A power play that is now 3 for 4 on the afternoon. Penalties really hurting the Falcons here thus far through the first 17 minutes and change. And now look out. Here's a chance out in front. Is great play made by Avery Thielman. Good save, though, by Whitley. Vanderloon will get the assist on the goal. His puck's played on back into the Falcons zone. Sean Mason tried to get a handle on it. Clear to the line and not out. Is out. No icing is what I meant to say, as it was attempted to be played by Jared Colvin. In the United zone, Yosikowski almost creates a turnover. Now Jared Colvin will go back behind his own net and over to the far side. Backhands it to the line and out. Ben Forbes has it. It plays over the near side wall. Losi bumps it off the near wall, back into the Kalamazoo United zone, where it'll be taken back by KZoo's Avery Thielman. Thielman gets away from one man, will streak towards the middle, takes a shot, a deflection that goes wide. Back out in front is trying to get a whack at it was Mason, but it's taken now as Cameron Wheel tries to get it out. Can't get it too much further than the far half wall. Long shot from a bad angle. That's stopped by Whitley. Out in front, look out, a chance for the other Felmadin. Nathan Felmadin, his shot gets blocked, and another one that goes wide as Mason fired one through. At the left point, Cameron Strunk. Fans on a pass down low, but it's held in. Second opportunity, trying to clear it to the line was Oscar Vargas. Now out in front is Jacob Felmadin, knocked away. Ryan Long makes a move, makes another move. Can't get it out, though, after a good back check play made by Jacob Felmadin. Brendan Collins slaps it back down low as United's able to keep the puck in as Falcons are unable to clear. Vanderloon back out in front, deflected on, knocked away, back out in front. Trying to Vanderloon, gets it to Felmadin. Felmadin on the backhand, steps to his left. His pass down low, misses. Oscar trying to get it out for the Falcons, can't do so. Back to the point, struck with a long shot, and Whitley grabs it and says, I've had enough of this, and will take the face-off instead as Kalamazoo United kind of got Kentwood running around a little bit in their own zone. Kalamazoo United up 3. Just past the 6-minute mark of this second period. Dylan Losey going taking the draw to the right of Whitley in the East Kentwood zone. On it is Noah Kunnert for Kalamazoo United. One on back by the Falcons. Slap to the line. Hoskins kind of gets entangled with Avery Thielman. They'll say no penalty, no icing as both players just had incidental contact. Losey gets the stick knocked out of his hands. That went uncalled. As United look to clear, held in though by Tingley for a moment, but it's almost grabbed by Collins. Hoskins though fumbles it and now comes back out to the neutral zone. Slap back in by Tingley. Kalamazoo, a little bit of room now to break out as East Kentwood has to touch up. Long stretch pass finds Collins. He tips it on around Tingley, goes off to the left wing side. Looks, see who has in front. No one there. He gets pinned to the boards by Van Poelen. Chipped back down low by Dutcher, trying to make a move. There was Collins. It gets knocked off his stick. East Kentwood looking to clear. Here's Van Poelen. He'll just move it over to the far side. Pass was intended for Graham, but it's taken on back by Kalamazoo United. Long pass by Thielman, tipped ahead by Collins. Knocked back out in the neutral zone. Now a little bit of room as that's Clay Guffey will dump it on in for Kalamazoo United. 4-1 lead here as Tyler Tingley takes a tumble look out. Feldman has it, throws it towards the front of the goal, paddled down and smothered by Whitley as Tingley just kind of hit a rut in the ice in the faceoff, circled down to our left, and thankfully for him, his netminder was able to stand tall and not allow any more havoc to happen in his own zone. 9:50 to go here in the middle stanza. Face-off won by the Kalamazoo United. Played on down low by Jacob Felmadin. Ian Blair slaps it back up the near half wall. Felmadin kicks it out into the slot, knocked away by Trevor Graham. Kalamazoo United back on it. Felmadin has it. Felmadin already goal and 2 assists here in the game. Long shot from the point. Vanderloon save. Rebound. Sits there for a moment. It's slapped out. Look out. Trevor Graham down the left wing side. He's got a little bit of room. Coming on the back check is Vanderloon. Makes a move to his right and a shot. That goes off the glass. Good play made by Vanderloon on the back check to force Graham into maybe a little bit less of a scoring opportunity. And the puck jumped on the back of the net. So we'll have a face-off that'll stay inside the Kalamazoo United end with 9:22 to go. And it seemed like a similar play to Bobby Hoskins' goal in the first period, this time on the left wing side for Graham. But just a good hustle play made by Vanderloon to limit the scoring chances. We'll stay to a 3-goal lead here for Kalamazoo United here in the second period. Face-off won by the Falcons to the line. Forbes has it. Forbes a long wrister, easily sticked away by Parker Remelius. Back up to the line. Ian Blair will fire it out and down the ice, and this will go for icing. As winning the race back will be Caden Smeal, so we'll reset back in the United zone with 9:11 to go in period number 2. Kalamazoo United won by the same score back on February the 12th, that is. Feldman in that game had 2 goals, and Collins had a goal and an assist, as did Vanderloon. Face-off one off the draw, shot on by Graham, and a good save made by Remelius, and we have a penalty upcoming here as it looks like it'll be Ryan Long going off for a cross-check as he knocked down Mason on the draw, so the goal would not have counted, but a power play upcoming, another power play, as it'll be Ryan Long going off again for the second time this period. 3 for 4 are the Falcons, as Kalamazoo United on the power play. That'd be East Kentwood being 1 for 4 on the penalty kill. Face-off will come to the left of Whitley just shortly before the 8-minute mark of this second period. Falcons try to win the draw. It's on the far half wall. Van Poelen trying to pin it to the boards with Feldman all over top of him. Van Poelen clears to the line, not out as Andrew Vanderloon has it. Avery Thielman pushed it back down low but gives it away as Graham's at least able to get it out to center. Being checked off the puck though, but at least he forced it back into the Kalamazoo United zone. Good play made by Graham. Graham, the freshman forward. Here is Jacob Feldman in on the left wing side. A couple of hack taps and one too many as Graham will go off and out for a slash. Here's a shot, and there's another slash after it by Brendan Collins as Whitley made the save and held on. And it looks like a retaliatory penalty will be taken by Brendan Collins, so that'll negate the power play, or at least it would have been the 5-on-3 power play, as both Graham and Collins will go off. So we'll stay 5-on-4 for the next minute 28, barring any more penalties. Graham had one too many taps, and it just looked like maybe Collins was sick of the stick tapping. So with 8:35 to go in the second period, still a power play, 5th power play of the game here for Kalamazoo United. They'll send out Kunnert with Blair and Felmadin on the wings. Back at the point now is Andrew Vanderloon. Back down low for Felmadin at the half wall. Drives the side of the goal, throws it across, and Kunnert scores again. Almost identical to Kunnert's power play goal back in the first period. Now it's 5-1 Kalamazoo United. Good play by Felmadin off the wall. Time of this goal coming at the 8:33 mark. Four power play goals on the game for Kalamazoo United. 4 for 5 on the afternoon. And now a 4-goal cushion they have opened up. As we resume play, here comes Kalamazoo United across the line. It's Andrew Vanderloon. Down the right wing side, he'll wrap around the Falcons' goal on the backhand. Kasaju trying to check him off the puck, but Vanderloon turns away out in front, and trying to get a stick on that one was Matthew Felmadin, but he couldn't get the shot directed towards goal as the puck is chipped up into the netting over in the far corner by the Falcons. So we'll have a face-up that stays inside the EK zone with 8:04 to go in period number 2. Obviously, this was a game that the Falcons thought they had a solid chance to win, and they were starting off strong with a goal, but now trailing 4 after 5 unanswered here by Kalamazoo United. Of course, the penalties obviously being definitely the downside for this Falcons team. Behind the net with it for Kalamazoo United is Sean Mason over for Felmadin. Felmadin, who's been a part of 4 of the 5 goals here in this game for Kalamazoo. Almost had another chance there as a pass over by Mason was taken away, though, by Brett Van Poelen. He'll bring it ahead for the Falcons. Long shooting from the red line, easily sticked away by Remelius. Cameron Strunk on it back for Kalamazoo. Over to the far wall, pass taken away by Kasaju for EK. However, getting it right on back is Kalamazoo United. A long stretch pass ahead. Here's Sean Mason trying to dance around Tyler Tingley. Cuts to his left. Tingley, though, good job as he upends him. Does so legally as well as the Falcons get it back. As we have another penalty. And it looks like it'll be Sean Mason going to be going for a hold. As they'll say Sean Mason grabbed a hold of the stick of Tyler Tingley. So it'll be a power play coming up here for the Falcons. Sean Mason not too happy with the call, but then again, I don't think there's ever been a player that's ever liked the call against them. Ben Graham and Brendan Collins are still in the box for a little bit longer with their coincidental minors. But nonetheless, Sean Mason goes off for a hold, and now a power play. 3rd power play of the game here for East Kentwood. An opportunity here to try to find a way to get back in this game, and they need a power play goal here to maybe get some momentum back on their side. They send out their top unit. However, Kalamazoo United wins the draw and fires it right back down the ice. 7:11 left here in the second period. 5-1 lead here for Kalamazoo United here at Kentwood Ice Arena. Long stretch pass knocked down by Alex Long. Now getting it back here is Trevor Graham. He goes over to the far side, gets around Aiden Dutcher, throws it out in front looking for Hoskins, but he was backing away towards the line and then makes a move and just mishandled the puck a little bit, so he'll have to retreat in the neutral zone. Hoskins, though, gets by a couple players, wants to shoot it, gets a good wrister off, and he scores! Bobby Hoskins rips it off the post just past the toe of Remelius, his 2nd of the game. A power play goal, and the Falcons are back on the board. This will be an unassisted power play goal. Time of the goal, the 10:14 mark. He just got a little bit of room, and he kind of really had to wind it up, but he quickly snapped it. And Remelius, who isn't the tallest goaltender, doesn't have the longest appendages, and that time Hoskins was able to beat the left toe. And now the Falcons find themselves back within 3 after the power play marker by Hoskins. Now 1 for 3 on the afternoon is EK, but here comes Kalamazoo United right back on the attack, and a pass that just missed Felmadin out in front. Thielman pressuring down low for Kalamazoo. Pushed out to the side of the goal, poked away though by Brett Van Poelen. Trevor Graham pokes it on ahead. However, it's slapped right back in by Jamie Colvin. Good play made by the Kalamazoo defenseman, or else that could have been a 2-on-1 for EK. Tingley throws a reverse hit as going after him firstly was Guffey. Puck at the side of the East Kentwood goal, swept out now by Alex Long. Long fires a pass across in the feet of Trevor Graham. Couldn't handle it, but it gets pushed out to center on a good second effort by Dylan Losey. Losey now trying to work it on ahead. He gets worked off the puck, though, by Avery Thielman for Kalamazoo United. Thielman has it back in his own zone with just under 6 to play here in period 2. Thielman slowly brings it through the neutral zone methodically as well. The left wing shot save made. Rebound cleared to the line and out by Van Poelen. Colvin back in his own zone, near side, finds his man as Ian Blair gets the puck knocked off his stick as Falcons are changing here with 5.5 to go in the period. 5-2 now the lead here for Kalamazoo United after the Falcons are able to cash in on the power play. Look out here, though. Good play made by Bobby Hoskins as Ian Blair looked to maybe streak down the right wing side with the puck, but is able to get the stick lift on him to knock it away. Puck, though, is in the Falcons zone. Jacob Feldman in. Pardon me, that's actually Nathan Feldman in. They're 3 and 13 are the Feldmanins, which sometimes get a little confused if you can't quite see the other number. Behind his own net now for the Falcons is Ryan Long. Gets bumped off the puck. It gets up to Bobby Hoskins, though. He'll at least get it to the line and just out. But it's taken on back by Kalamazoo United, Aiden Dutcher. Dutcher will back check and gets a little bit of a tap on the legs. Now it's over to the far side, Nathan Feldman. Across the line, good job by Cameron Willie to stay on top of him. He's able to work it away. Fires it down the ice, and a good old 160-foot shot lands right on goal as Remley has had to be sharp on that knuckler. Cameron Strunk will flip it up the far side. Not much further than the red line, though, as Ryan Long gets it back. But Strunk's able to knock him off the puck, and here comes Jacob Feldman back in the Kentwood zone. On the right wing side, stops up in the far corner. He's got a man coming in late with Dutcher, but it's taken away, and now Ryan Long picks up speed for the Falcons. Down left wing side, gets bumped by Strunk, but he keeps on keeping on, but a good back check by Sean Mason takes it away. Alex Long, though, gets it on back for the Falcons, but on second effort, Feldman's able to knock it to center. Backhanding it back to his defense partner, Forbes, was Caden Smeal. However, he gives it away. Look out, room for Mason with a shot. Good blocker save made by Whitley. Whitley's got to be sharp here for the remainder of this hockey game if he wants his team to have any chance of coming back. Down 3 with 4 minutes left here in the second period. Battle along the near side half wall, and players hitting the deck on both sides as Clay Guffey and Trevor Graham hit the deck. Now here's Feldman back behind the Kentwood goal. Kalamazoo United back on the forecheck here. Look out, taped away by Graham. Graham has a chance at a breakaway. He's in on goal. He scores! Trevor Graham kicks it into high gear, and he goes in and is able to beat Remlius to the blocker, and it's a 2-goal game. Seemed like an innocent-looking pass into the slot, but Graham pokes it on ahead, and we talk about the narrow neutral zone. 3 strides and away went Graham. Big goal for Trevor Graham. We talked about him last season. He finished third on the team in scoring with 9 goals. He picks up a big one here. As now the score is 5-3. Time of this goal coming at the 13:22 mark. As now the Falcons find themselves right back in it as here comes Kalamazoo across the line, and a wiring shot by Thielman. Goes wide and will go all the way back out in the neutral zone. Look out here. Hoskins able to work his man off the puck. Gives it for Ryan Long. Long is in with a shot. Save made. Rebound goes off to the near side. Thielman is able to clear it away from any more danger. Nice firm check thrown by Hoskins. That causes a turnover. As now East Kentwood now maybe those 2 goals go into their legs as Hoskins works his man behind the puck. Long out in front, throws it, tries to find Yosikovsky, but a good play made by Noah Kunert to tie him up in front of the Kalamazoo United goal. Nathan Feldman goes across the line, but still in the zone is Ian Blair, so the faceoff will come to the neutral zone. Just under 3 minutes left here in this second period. After Kalamazoo United looked like they've built a big lead, this game has taken on a whole different aspect. Back-to-back goals, just a couple minutes apart here by the Falcons. Late here in period 2, a 2-goal game. 5 unanswered by Kalamazoo United, 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Now back-to-back goals by the Falcons. And they're looking for more. Here's Alex Long off the draw. Trying to get Vanderloon to the outside, but a good job by Vanderloon to stick with him. Pinned to the board. Sean Mason coming in late as well. Dylan Losey trying to pull it out of there. 3-on-2 battle. Mason's got Long pinned his back right into the boards. Puck still in their feet. Finally gets jarred loose as Jacob Feldman gets it out of there for Kalamazoo United. He's able to dance on by Trevor Graham. 2-on-2 rush with Brendan Collins. The 2 leading scores for Kalamazoo United. There's a shot by Feldman that goes wide to the line and not out. Good hold by Dutcher for the Kalamazoo United as Now an opportunity for Brandon Collins to keep it deep. Clear to the line, not out. Dutcher holds it in again. Walks the line, soft wrister. Ooh, and Whitley didn't see it, but thankfully for him and the Falcons, it goes wide of the cage. Sean Mason in the corner. Back up to the point. Vanderloon looks over his options. He'll fire one, deflected on. Save made by Whitley. Good job to stay with that and tie it through a screen. Clear to the line, not out again as here's Dutcher with a shot. That gets blocked. Picked up by Mason. Mason with a shot, and that gets blocked again as Dylan Losey got in the way of that one. It's cleared out and down the ice, and this will go for icing with 1:54 to go here in this second period. Obviously still a whole third period to go, and if the first almost 34 minutes, maybe 32 or 35 minutes have said anything, we're certainly in for an exciting third period between Kalamazoo United here in East Kentwood. Face-off coming to the right of Whitley. Ryan Long and Noah Kunnert on the draw for their respective clubs. Long wins it forward, but it held the line. Avery Thielman throws it on across, not much further than the far corner. Gets to the line, not out. Good hold once again by Cameron Strunk. It comes over to the near corner. Tyler Tingley. Look out, being pressured by Collins. He'll just slap it back behind his goal. Graham has it, fires ahead to center. Ryan Long tips it. Hoskins tries to put it through, but a good job by Avery Thielman to knock it away. Graham picks it back up for the Falcons in the neutral zone, dumps it on in. Avery Thielman back in his own end for Kalamazoo United, up for Kunnert. Kunnert, 2 goals on the game, throws it over to the far side, misses Blair. Brett Van Poolen back in his own zone with 1:15 to go here in period number 2. Long pass tipped by Hoskins, but it's taken back by Thielman. Across the line with a wrister right into the EK crest of Whitley, and he'll hold on for a face-off. Still a minute 8 left here in this second period. Still a lot can happen, obviously, as we've been able to tell. Goals have been coming in bunches for both the respective teams. And, of course, power play opportunities for Kalamazoo United have been their bread and butter in this one. 4 for 5 on the power play are the visitors. Ryan Long gets kicked out of the draw. According to the linesman, he took too long, so Trevor Graham will come in relief. Mason's able to win the draw back to the line, held in by Vanderloon as Brett Van Poolen tried to clear it. It gets swung around the end boards all the way out to the neutral zone. Look out here, chipped out to center. Alex Long down the left wing side. He's got Graham on a 2-on-1. Long will shoot it himself, and he tries to go short side high, but missed. Van Poolen keeps it in deep with under a minute to play in the second period. To the line and just out as Vanderloon is able to avoid a check by Trevor Graham. He cuts back, gets away from Ryan Long across the blue line with a shot. That gets blocked as Van Poolen took that one off the leg. Ben Forbes now pins it behind his own goal, being checked by both Andrew Vanderloon and Nathan Felmadin. 30 seconds left here in the period. Felmadin pulls it out, tries to throw it out in front, gets it to the slot, but it's cleared out and down the ice. Slowly gets out. Look out, Trevor Graham. We got Remlius coming out of the goal as well, and Remlius was able to knock the puck away from Graham, or else he could have had breakaway number 2 here in this period. Good play made by the Kalamazoo netminder to get a little aggressive, and it paid off with the risk-reward play. 10 seconds left. There's a long shot knocked away by Whitley. Cleared out and down the ice. They'll say no icing, and looks like Vanderloon will just eat this one here. 2 seconds and 1, and that's how he'll end period number 2. Kalamazoo United built up a big lead, but the Falcons able to chip away, and it's only a 2-goal deficit heading into the third period. When we come back, folks, we'll recap the second period for you in full as you're watching high school hockey here on The Kuehl Show. And, of course, on The Kuehl Show, which you can find Monday nights on 12-ounce sports, 6 o'clock. You can find all sorts of great in-depth hockey analysis and great interviews like this one here with Nashville Predators radio play-by-play broadcaster Pete Weber.
Got so angry when he slammed the penalty box door shut, it broke the glass there. And I thought that perfectly captured the whole spirit of that evening.
Oh, gosh, I remember that now. Oh, my.
Mild-mannered Steve Eisman, who I've met in person, and is just this nicely calm guy. He only every so often got a little bit on edge, and when he did, watch out, 5'10". I mean, he's going to come after you. But I mean,
yes, he is.
And I mean, man, of course, it's great to see, obviously, because back then that was like, oh, the Wings will beat the Preds, and like, oh, this Nashville team's pretty good now. They got David Legwan and Thomas Faucoon, who caught with the wrong hand. But I mean, it's good to see now that Nashville has become, I guess, a market that players want to go to, and compared to their first few years in the league, where everyone's like, it's another expansion team. I mean, that's a great thing to see there, Pete.
Well, the first years, virtually every trip the Predators took on the road was some sort of special promotion night, so they could sell the tickets. I remember in St. Louis, it was Pepsi label night, and you would get a deal like 2 tickets for $12 with the 2 Pepsi labels to work in there. That was the sort of thing they had to do to sell to the road fans when Predators came in there. But this whole Red Wing thing, we held a conversion night one night. I think it was year 3. Any Red Wing paraphernalia, pennants, T-shirts, caps, bring it to, it was not Bridgestone Arena yet, but bring it to the rink at 501 Broadway, and you will get an equivalent Predators item. We ended up filling up 4 refrigerator-sized boxes of Red Wing stuff, and we were going to take on the Wings the next week in Detroit. And we put those on the plane, and I took them to the Boys and Girls Club of Detroit, and those kids were happy as happy could be. It seemed like that was the time when it really began to turn from that hybrid Red Wing fan to Predators fans.
That's an awesome story. I never knew that. That brings a tear to my. That's actually a really sweet story. I never heard that. Like, usually I hear those dumb stories all the time. I never heard that because, I mean, then again, you don't hear, teams, helping out other teams, stuff like that. I mean, that's just something you don't see in the game, but I guess that's the way. I mean, good on you guys.
Well, I made a call to an old baseball friend, Willie Horton. Helped us along with that thing. So that was good.
That'll do it.
Willie Horton, man. There's a name that I'm pretty sure if my dad's looking at it, he's like, I remember him. Well, I mean, my dad is old. He's turning 50 this year. But
relatively.
Well, I have quite a few years on your father, so.
And as always, you can find interviews and in-depth analysis just like that on The Kuehl Show every Monday night on 12 Ounce Sports at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Let's take it back to what happened so far through the first 34 minutes of action here between East Kentwood and the Kalamazoo United. It was 2-1 after 17 minutes of play. East Kentwood looking strong early. Bobby Hoskins scoring just a minute 50 into the contest. However, penalties began to be the cause of effect for the Falcons. They took 3 penalties in that first period. They were able to get kind of on a bad end as Kalamazoo United scored on their first opportunity. Brendan Collins, his 5th goal of the season. Jacob Feldman setting him up on that one. A beautiful play that Whitley didn't have much of a chance on that one. A good shot over the glove by Brendan Collins, his 5th of the year, making it 1-1 just past the halfway mark of the period. Not too much long after that, an interference call awarded to Caden Smeald of the Falcons gave what looked like another power play, just a 5-on-4 power play for Kalamazoo United. However, on the ensuing face-off, after Bobby Hoskins wasn't too pleased with a false start, I guess, if you would say, unfortunately got pinned with a 2-minute unsportsmanlike conduct after jawing with the official. That gave a 5-on-3 opportunity for a full 2 minutes for the Falcons, and it looked like, or Kalamazoo United, and it looked like maybe the Falcons were able to get out of Dodge. However, late in the power play, a beautiful cross-crease pass from Jacob Feldman across for Noah Kunnert. Kunnert's 2nd goal of the season on the power play gave the Kalamazoo United a 2-1 lead. That's how we were ending after 17 minutes of action. We head into period number 2, and the penalties start to ramp up once again after Jacob Feldman had scored 32 seconds into the game, into the period. Just a few minutes later, Ryan Long would go off, and then that was when Brendan Collins was able to tap in an easy pass from Andrew Vanderloon. Collins, 2nd of the game, 6th goal of the season, making it 4-1. Not too long after that, Ryan Long would go off once again, and similar to the first period, Jacob Feldman across for Noah Kunnert. He was able to slap in his 3rd goal of the season, 2nd of the game, 2nd power play goal of the game, 4th power play goal of the game for Kalamazoo United, making it 5-1, and it looked like maybe it would just be too much for East Kentwood, and it looked like Kalamazoo United was able to coast off the rest of the way. However, the Falcons were able to battle back just past the 10-minute mark of the period. Bobby Hoskins would get some room, and on the power play, of course, able to work it to the middle. Quickly snaps a shot past the left toe of the goaltender Remelius. I've been saying Felmadin so many times in this game, I'm so used to saying it over and over again. Parker Remelius, the goaltender. Bobby Hoskins, 2nd of the game, making it 5-2. Not too long after that, just a couple minutes later, a little bit of room in the offensive zone for Kalamazoo United. Looked to be taken up by the offense. However, a deflected pass by Trevor Graham sent him on the breakaway, and he was able to beat Remelius to the blocker's side, making it a 2-goal game, and that's where we stand after 2 periods of action. 5-3 lead for Kalamazoo United. As we said, 4 for 5 is Kalamazoo United with the man advantage. 1 for 3 after the goal by Bobby Hoskins for East Kentwood. That's where we stand after 2 periods. It's anybody's game, and if Kentwood can kind of use this momentum that they built towards the end of that period to their advantage, we could be in set for an exciting third period. We'll take a quick break, folks. When we come back, third period action between East Kentwood and Kalamazoo United. Of course, you can always check it out here on the Kuehl Show. Some great in-depth hockey analysis and some fun chat as well, some fun hockey chat, as we saw when I talked with Digit Murphy. Digit Murphy, the head coach of the Toronto Six of the National Women's Hockey League. They just kind of, unfortunately, their bubble had to end early last month, but I was able to get some words with her and asked her what it's like and why people should pay attention to women's hockey, and particularly the Toronto Six. And Digit, of course, is kind enough to follow our show here on Instagram, which you all should as well, at the Kuehl Show. Yeah. And I did a little look, and I went on your profile there, and you've been doing a series of videos recently called 37 Seconds for Title IX.
Yeah.
Because, as you say, Title IX only has 37 words in it. Look it up, which is legit.
Look it up.
So,
look it up.
37 seconds here, Digit, right before we let you go here. 37 seconds to explain to people why people should watch and follow women's hockey.
This is Digit Murphy. 37 seconds because Title IX only has 37 words. Look it up. You should come watch the Toronto Six because we're fun, fast, and furious. We care about education, empowerment, and inclusion. And if you don't watch, you're missing out. That's Digit Murphy, 37 seconds, because Title IX only has 37 words. Out.
And welcome back inside Kentwood Ice Arena as we get set for period number 3 between East Kentwood and Kalamazoo United. 5-3 lead for the visitors. They scored 2 in the first, 3 in the second. East Kentwood 1 in the first, 2 in the second period. Those 2 goals after what seemed like Kalamazoo United built a comfortable 5-1 lead. However, Bobby Hoskins second on the power play. And then Trevor Graham's first of the afternoon, making it a very interesting third period set to commence here. And the Falcons mount the comeback as we kind of let the ice dry just a little bit here. Kalamazoo United now going left to right across your screen. East Kentwood, the home team, going back right to left. As we get set here for period number 3. The puck is dropped, and here we go. Puck is played on into the Kalamazoo United zone. Right in on it now is Avery Thielman. Thielman gives it away, though. Bobby Hoskins in front on the backhand. A shot, though, gets blocked as Sean Mason helping out his goaltender, Parker Remlius, blocking the shot. Jared Colvin gets pressured by Hoskins behind the Kalamazoo United goal. Colvin now slaps it over to the far half wall. Trying to get it out here is Jacob Feldman in the lead and scorer. A goal and 3 assists already this afternoon. He gets knocked off the puck, though, as Kentwood tries to bring it in. Cameron Willie pushes it for Hoskins. He'll just dump it in deep, and let's maybe go for a change here as we're just 40 seconds into this third period. Ian Blair dumps it on in. Ben Forbes plays it for Tingley right in front of the Whitley goal. It's now a long pass, misses Kasaju, and trying to bring it right back as the puck just dies right at the blue line as maybe a little too much water. Now Kasaju has issues with it. Maybe need to go get the squeegee here to kind of mop up some area. Look out, it's right there. It gives away by Forbes, and the puck is just stopping. And I was actually discussing with a fellow up here in the booth, talking about the amount of water laid down on the ice, and he thought maybe they let it dry out a little bit, but we'll continue on here as Alex Long knocks down his man, is taking a tumble between the penalty boxes with Clay Guffey. Puck wraps around in the East Kentwood zone, chipped out to the neutral zone by Tyler Tingley. Knocked down is taking on back as Andrew Vanderloon. Long stretch pass misses everybody, and it's back on the stick of Tingley in the Falcons' end. Just a minute and a half into this third period. 2-goal lead here for Kalamazoo United, trying to hold on to pick up win number 2 on the season on East Kentwood. They come into this afternoon's game with a 3-5 record. After losing last night to Kennewick Hills, 0-7 are the Falcons. Cameron Strunk on back and forth for Kalamazoo United. He takes a tumble as he gives up for Andrew Vanderloon. Alex Long on the forecheck for the Falcons. Trevor Graham in there as well. Vanderloon's able to split both of them. It gets to the line and just out. Is unable to hold it. There was the defenseman Oscar Vargas. Ryan Long brings it right back in. Skips by a couple of Kalamazoo United players. He's in with a shot and a good diving effort by Vanderloon to block the shot. Long, though, trying to get into the slot for Hoskins, but it's knocked away. Falcons, though, still on the attack. Here's Hoskins. Top of the circle with a shot. A wire shot. Wild one that goes wide. Ryan Long with it. Down low for Hoskins. Hoskins trying to center for Ben Graham, but his stick was lifted on a good defensive play by the junior defenseman Cameron Strunk. Puck gets worked out to the neutral zone and chipped back into the Kentwood zone. Ben Forbes up for Hoskins now as Kalamazoo United's changing. Hoskins with a wiring shot. That one goes wide up to the blue line, held in by Cameron Willie. Now on the near side corner is the defenseman Aiden Dutcher. He slaps over to the far side. Nathan Fellman in on it for Kalamazoo United. He brings it to the neutral zone. Pass was blocked by Willie. Second attempt dumped in. Look out here. Chance for Fellman and Jacob Fellman in, that is. They'll try to wrap around the East Kentwood goal. Looks out in front. Up to the point, Dutcher. Dutcher, lots of room over to the far side. Nathan Fellman in. Falls down in the play. Tries to sweep it to the slot. And it gets poked out by Forbes and down into the Kalamazoo United zone. Just past the 3-minute mark of this third period. Still 5-3 Kalamazoo United. Jacob Fellman in with it in the neutral zone. He looks on ahead, moves it over for Nathan Fellman in. Cameron Willie, though, right on top for the Falcons, able to force him back to the other side of the red line. Now Indio Kasaju tries to get it out, but Jacob Fellman gets through, and Tingley steps into him at the blue line with a good firm body check. And as the leading score for Kalamazoo United was upended there, now East Kentwood trying to dump it in. Doing so is Joseph Koski. He'll go off for a change. Kasaju on the forecheck. Over to the far side. Jacob Feldman still on the ice after taking that firm bump by Tingley. Was able to move it on forward. Brett Van Poolen with some issues with it. Gives it away. Look out here as Noah Cunnard almost took that away from Ben Forbes. Now Alex Long slaps on across. Trevor Graham 2-on-1. He's got Kasaju going back door. In front for Kasaju. Oh, and he couldn't get the stick on it as it just skipped over as he was driving the net going after Parker Remlius. Kalamazoo United clears it to the neutral zone. Avery Thielman now across the EK line. Being harassed by Long, gets it into the slot, knocked away. Good stick lift by Kasaju, but here's a shot by Kunert. That's sticked away by Whitley. Over to the far wall, back up to the left point. Long shot by the defenseman Vanderloon, easily stopped by Whitley, and they'll hold on for a face-off. Great play by Graham to get that pass across in that last opportunity for East Kentwood, but Kasaju just behind it, maybe a little bit. He tried to reach out and knock it with the stick, but just couldn't get any composite on it. 12:33 to go in regulation time. Kalamazoo United up 2 on the Falcons here on this Saturday afternoon. Ryan Long, another one of his patented, wins it forward and down the ice, and he'll go chasing after it in the United zone. Puck cleared right back out by Vanderloon. Ben Forbes has it at his own blue line. Over the near side, skips over Ben Graham's stick as Kalamazoo United tries to reverse flow back down into the East Kentwood zone. Caden Smeal goes down to the far corner. Gets it bumped away from him by Braden Collins. Puck chipped out to the neutral zone. Bobby Hoskins on it for EK. 2-on-2 now as Smeal comes up. Bobby Hoskins with a quick shot looking for goal number 3. He's got that good wrister, and that's what resulted in both of the goals for him. However, that one was blocked. Now on and over to the far side, Brendan Collins gives it away to Hoskins. Hoskins drags around one man. That's Mason on the backhand now. Puts it towards the goal. Saved by Remley. A second attempt, and did that one go off the bar? Yes, it did. Ben Graham had a whack at it. What a close opportunity there for EK, looking to make it a 1-goal game. Dumped in by Kalamazoo United's Jared Colvin. They'll all change here. Ryan Long will stay out there for the Falcons. Almost makes one man miss, but it's poked off his stick by Jacob Felman. Now over the near side, tipped ahead by Willie. As it's taken back now by Kalamazoo United. Cameron Strunk. Fans on one pass attempt. Backhands it up the wall for Felman. Tipped ahead. Look out. Held in at the line as East Kentwood tries to stay on the attack. Cameron Willie keeps it down low. Avery Thielman trying to push it on ahead for United. Good bump by Dylan Losey, one of the freshmen on this East Kentwood team. Noah Kunnert's able to push it to center for Felman. As here comes Kalamazoo United the other way. The two Felmanins leading the rush. Jacob Felman. He takes a good bump as it goes on goal. Smothered by Whitley, but a good firm check thrown by Willie. Willie and Losey, the two freshmen there, causing some havoc. Not necessarily the biggest guys on the ice, but certainly a good competitive level for those two. Face-off, though, will be inside the East Kentwood zone. 10:55 to go here in this third period. East Kentwood just moments ago coming so close to making it a 5-4 game. However, finding iron, I believe, was Ben Graham who got the last whack on it. East Kentwood wins the draw. Look out, a stretch pass. Van Poolen up for Long. Coming out again is Remlius, and he clears it again. Just couldn't handle the clean pass. It was Alex Long as Trevor Graham upends Felmadin, and Felmadin will go off to the bench. Here comes across the line Vanderloon. Vanderloon with the shot. That gets deflected wide by Van Poolen. Tingley will just slap it off the glass and down the ice. They'll say no as it was played by Dutcher, so Alex Long will go on the forecheck. However, getting there first is Brendan Collins. Collins, already 2 goals on the game. Clears it to center. Cleared right back in by Ben Forbes. A shot on goal from the neutral zone. And Dio Kasaju on the forecheck for Kentwood. He gets bumped off by Collins. As it's taken on forward to the far side by Andrew Vanderloon. Trying to chip it out was Kunner, but he couldn't do so. Behind the net, Kasaju. Bounces off his stick. Pokes it away, though, from Dutcher. Alex Long trying to center it. Couldn't do so. Falcons, though, still on the forecheck. Alex Long on the near side corner. Under 10 to play in the period. Puck gets pushed to the line. Caden Smeal will just knock it down low. Wraps down low. With it is Kasaju. Turns and spins and fires it around over the near side wall. No one there for EK, but Sean Mason grabs it. He's quickly met, though, by Trevor Graham. Graham keeps it down low as the Falcons doing a good job of pinning the United in their own zone. No shots on goal, though, in this last little bit as the pucks finally clear out to the neutral zone by the visiting squad. Caden Smeal up ahead for Ryan Long. Tips it by one man. Skips by another. Ben Graham gets tripped up. Look out here. Graham trying to get worked up by Vanderloon. Penalty upcoming. And it looks like it'll be a penalty to Kalamazoo United. As Ben Graham kind of got held up a little bit. As it looks like it'll be Vanderloon going off. So 4th power play of the game coming up here for the Falcons. Time of this penalty, the 7:40 mark. Vanderloon, his 2nd time in the sin bin this afternoon. Looking at the linesman, trying to explain why he is innocent, but neither refs are having any of it here. Big opportunity here. They do have 1 power play goal on the game, do the Falcons, 1 for 3. That was Bobby Hoskins' goal in the 2nd period. Face-off won by EK. Bobby Hoskins has it behind the goal. He's being checked off by Strunk, gives it down low for Graham. Graham looking to find Ryan Long in front, nothing doing. Finds it back at the right point, Ben Forbes. Forbes with a shot, that gets blocked as that one hit Thielman right in the hand. Kind of waves the hand a little bit, shakes it off, tries to clear it, though can't do so. Graham out in front, and they score! Ryan Long in front of the goal. The captain makes it a 1-goal game. A beautiful feed. Trevor Graham playing Gretzky behind the net. Ryan Long being patient, finding some open ice, and right in front of the Kalamazoo United goal, he taps it in. It's 5-4. It ain't over yet, folks. It was 5-1. Just past the halfway mark of the second period. It is now 5-4. But here comes Kalamazoo United right in. Sean Mason drops it off for Nathan Felmadin. Long shot, easily right pad save made by the goaltender Liam Whitley. Long stretch pass, knocked down by Hoskins. Couldn't get a clean handle on it, but Ben Graham gets it. Tries to center it, gets worked off the puck, though, by Brendan Collins, who has it now. Collins tries to push it ahead, but it's turned over at the red line. Hoskins will just throw it in from a long way out, saved by Remlius, and coming in and kind of forcing the face-off is Ben Graham. All the momentum on the side of the Falcons now. Lots of pressure in early on in this third period, and they were finally rewarded with a power play goal by Ryan Long. They're now 2 for 4 on the afternoon, and seems like special teams has been a key factor. 4 for 5 are the Kalamazoo United on the power play. 2 for 4 now are the home Falcons. We are at the halfway mark of the third period exactly. 8.5 to go. Puck's in the near side corner. Alex Long trying to clear it. Trying to keep it in deep, Trying to clear it. Here's Thielman. Second attempt he does. He gets around Vargas. Drops it on back now for Noah Cunnert. Cunnert on the left wing faceoff circle. Drops it on back for Jacob Felmadin. Back up to the point. Goal is just by the stick of Cameron Strunk, and now pressuring will be Graham. Graham now for Thielman. Thielman across the line. Dumps it in down low. Over into the near side corner, Vargas. He gets bumped off the puck, but he gets it over for Alex Long. Stretch pass misses Graham. Graham in a bit of a foot race with Cunnert. No icing. Right on top of his Graham. He slaps the stick. Doesn't get it. Was able to keep it in deep a little bit. Cunnert able to clear, but now Avery Thielman will settle things down. Back up for Cunnert. Cunnert, 2 power play goals in the afternoon across the EK line. Long shot, easily sticked into the corner by Whitley. 7:33 to go in this third period. It's a 5-4 game in favor of Kalamazoo United. It was 5-1. However, 3 unanswered by the Falcons have made things a little interesting. Here's Andrew Vanderlyn with a shot, but he fans on it. Brett Van Poelen, nice move to dodge a check, and a 3-on-2 now developing here for the Falcons. Van Poelen down the right side, backhands one wide of the goal. Near side half wall. Clay Guffey gets it to the line ahead, and just getting out of here is Felmadin. He'll bring it out himself. He'll cross the red line and dump it in. They're all calling for icing, and yes, it was, as I was able to get a good look at it here, right up here in the Falcons' nest. It was just behind the red line, but United is able to change. This is not the NHL. At the 10-minute mark of this third period, goals for Kalamazoo United. 2 goals for Brendan Collins, 1 for Felmadin, 2 goals for Cunnert. Here's Bobby Hoskins with a shot, as he's got 2 of the goals in this game for East Kentwood. Here's another try from a bad angle by Tyler Tingley that gets blocked. Ryan Long gives it off for Hoskins. Ryan Long, the latest goal scorer. The other goal coming from Trevor Graham in that second period. Ryan Long behind the net. Looking out in front, tries to avoid a check by Andrew Vanderloon, but he gets checked off. Sean Mason trying to pull it out at the side of the goal. Long trying to make a play, but a good job by Vanderloon to keep him tied up long enough. Here's Brendan Collins back for United. Gets around Tingley, but he couldn't complete as the puck goes into the far corner. Tries to center in front, pass intercepted by Ryan Long. And now he'll break it on ahead with Bobby Hoskins. A 2-on-2 maybe rush here. Good back check by Collins to make it an odd man rush in terms of the defensive end. But here's Alex Long with a chance and a shot that gets blocked. Long slaps it in front, finds Hoskins. Oh, and a good save made by Remlius with a left pad. Tingley at the right point. Pass across. Misses, though, for Forbes. Grabbed by Ian Blair, and he'll fire it out and down the ice. And they will say no. Well, it'll be no icing as it has to be played as going right on goal. Whitley leaves it for Tyler Tingley. 5:53 to go. Tingley with speed on the right wing side. Oh, and he avoids a check as kind of actually gets upended as he tried to throw a reverse check on Cameron Strunk. Puck's behind the United goal. Strunk has it now. Long stretch pass gets knocked down. No high stick, the refs will say. Kept on in by Trevor Graham. Alex Long tries to knock it away from Dutcher, but it goes off both their sticks and behind the bench of the Kalamazoo United. We'll have a face-off. They'll say inside. Or no, outside. Outside, inside. The refs are trying to discuss if it was being cleared by Dutcher, and Long was the one that deflected it. So they're trying to wonder if Long touched it first, and then Dutcher followed up. But I would think it would stay outside. Nope, they'll stay inside. Unfortunately, physics was not my strong suit in high school, so we'll go with the officials calling this one. 5:34 to go in the third period. Face off to the right of Parker Remlius. Dylan Losey on the draw, but it gets one on back by Noah Kunnert for Kalamazoo United. Swung up to the right point, held in by Forbes, keeps it in his feet for a moment, but it's finally pitchforked out to center. Now bringing it ahead is Nathan Felmadin. He gets worked off the puck by Alex Long. Back ahead, Losey will just dump it on in and go chasing after it. Played by Remlius, leaves it on for Andrew Vanderloon as Kalamazoo United looks to break out. Vanderloon by one man, tried to pass ahead. It goes off the foot of Forbes. Good play made by Graham to knock it away from one man. Can't get it by two, though, as Colvin knocked it away. Caden Smeal tries to move it ahead. Its pass is picked off by Nathan Felmadin, cleared right on goal. Whitley will play it, and he'll just kind of hold off for it, maybe try to force maybe a late slash by one of the United players, but he'll just smother it, and no damage there done, as we'll have a face-off inside the Falcon zone with under 5 to play in regulation. Plays kind of slowed down a little bit since that power play goal for the Falcons, as they had a lot of chances leading up to that power play goal by Ryan Long. He's out there now in the faceoff, but it's one on back by Mason. He wins it cleanly, but he wins it so clean it comes back out to the neutral zone. Now back in his own is Brett Van Poelen. His pass was almost intercepted by Blair, and then Blair picks the pocket of Ryan Long. A shot, and a good glove save made by Whitley as he snatches that one with the catching glove, and he'll hold on. Every save Whitley has made since the 5-1 lead for Kalamazoo United has been important. Since then, his team has been able to kind of build off the confidence of their hardworking netminder. Face off to Whitley's right, one on back by Mason. This time it stays in the zone as it's knocked back down low by Thielman. Mason looking out in front, throws it off the back of the net, sits at the side of the goal, but it's pulled out of the crease by Cameron Willie. His pass, though, misses Hoskins. It will not go for icing as it has to be played as it lands right on goal. Remlius leaving it for Strunk. Strunk's past the neutral zone, finds Blair up for Mason. Ryan Long bumps him off, but getting in deep is Kalamazoo United's Mason. Over to the far side, Tyler Tingley. He'll slap it back off behind his own goal. Brett Poulin along past the neutral zone. Tipped by Willie, so no icing. Going on the forecheck here is Bobby Hoskins. Cameron Strunk on it for United. And a hard hit into the far corner as Hoskins pinned Strunk into the boards. On the near side, though, inside Kentwood's end. Here's a shot by Felmadin. That didn't miss the far side by much. Long trying to poke it out. Good hold by Thielman at the left point. Moves it down low. Kasaja trying to clear it for Kentwood. Gives up for Hoskins. He forks it into the middle. Here's Ben Forbes at speed. Gets by one man. He'll just backhand it in. Not much further, though. The top of the circle is trying to clear it was Clay Guffey. Now Thielman will just chip it by Kasaju and back in the Kentwood zone. 3:33 to go here in the third period. That's a lot of threes, I know. However, here's number 3, Jacob Felmadin, avoiding a check as trying to step into him was Trevor Graham. As now it's dumped back into the East Kentwood zone. Oscar Vargas. He scored last night for the Falcons. Clears it out. Goes off the glove of Brennan Collins, so no icing. Alex Long on the forecheck. Back for is Andrew Vanderloon for Kalamazoo. He turns away from the check with over 3 minutes left here in this third period. Long pass ahead, tipped by Guffey. Not enough for icing, though. Tyler Tingley gives it up the wall, turned over. Here's Collins in front with a shot. An easy stick save made by Liam Whitley. Clear to the line, not out. Dutcher, long shot save made. Rebound sits there, but it's slapped down the ice by Tingley, and this will go for icing. So we'll come back down to our right in the East Kentwood zone with 2:46 to go in the third period. Kalamazoo United clinging to the 1-goal lead. No matter how this one ends, the Falcons have done a great job of just rallying back after a tough loss last night to Hudsonville, an 8-2 decision to the Eagles here at Kentwood Ice Arena. And now battling back from a 4-goal deficit to within 1. Face-off won by Kalamazoo United. A shot that gets deflected wide. Behind the net, Van Poulin can't get it out. Mason trying to find a man in front, Brendan Collins, who was wide open, but a good job by Ryan Long to knock it away. Over into the far corner. Gets swept up towards the point. Vanderloon holds it in. Stays in play. Bobby Hoskins trying to clear it. Gets knocked towards the slot. Tingley moves it over for Van Poelen. Long stretch pass, played out to center. Grabbed down by Kalamazoo United's Vanderloon. He takes a firm check, but he gets it back into the East Kentwood zone. Tyler Tingley on the far side. He sees Hoskins flying to the neutral zone. Hoskins tips it, but can't get it in deep as Sean Mason has it. 2:07 left here in this third period. Tingley throws a firm check on Collins. This will not have enough for icing as it was tipped by Collins past the red line. Ryan Long avoids a check behind his own goal as he brings it back out for the Falcons. The EK captain has a goal in this period on left wing side. Cuts across the blue line. To the middle, takes a shot. It goes wide, bounces back out in front, but Remlius was able to knock that away. Alex Long on in the half wall. Down low for Ryan Long. He's got Hoskins in front. Gets it to him. He shoots. Oh, and he puts it wide of the goal. Falcons now looking for the tying goal. Can they get it? Here's Ryan Long. Left point. Smeal, lots of room. Takes a shot. High stick deflection. It goes wide of the goal. Noah Kunnert on it for Kalamazoo United. To the line, not out. Smeal throws one to the bad angle, and it just skips wide of the cage. 1:22 to go. Liam Whitley etching out of his goal, looking to see if they're ready for an extra attacker. Kentwood, though, stay on the forecheck with 1:14 to go. Bobby Hoskins gets pinned to the boards. Kasaju works it off the wall, centers it out in front, skips it on goal, and grabbing it before anything else happens was Parker Remelius. And we'll have a face-off with 1:08 to go in the Kalamazoo United zone. Liam Whitley is on the bench. Will Phil Sweeney call the timeout here? And I just peek over here in the Falcons' nest, and yep, the timeout is being called by East Kentwood. They're going to try to draw the play up. That'll find the tying goal, or at least they hope so. The nice part about this view here at the Falcons' nest, I can just look right on over. He pulls out the whiteboard, does Phil Sweeney. He's looking to make sure no one's looking over. We can clearly see him right here. I'm not going to exactly describe what's happening, just so no one from the Kalamazoo United side decides to try to text Coach Jeff Remelius what's going to happen. But from what it looks like, Phil is trying to explain the play that's going to get him a goal. In more words than that, obviously. Trying to figure out a way to try to crack the code to get this game tied up. Quickly run down the score in this hockey game. It was 1-0 early after a goal by Bobby Hoskins, but then 2 power play goals, one from Brendan Collins and Noah Kunnert for Kalamazoo United, gave him a 2-1 lead after 17 minutes. They were able to build it to a 5-1 lead in the second period with goals from Jacob Feldman in just 32 seconds in, and then Collins' second power play and Kunnert's second power play goal of the game to make it 5-1. However, East Kentwood started to turn the tide in their favor with Bobby Hoskins second on the power play, and then a breakaway goal by Trevor Graham. And now Ryan Long's power play goal here in this third period is where we stand with a 1-goal game. Kalamazoo United sends out Collins, Mason, Jacob Felmadin, Avery Thielman, and Vanderloon. Out there for East Kentwood, the 2 longs, Alex and Ryan, Trevor Graham, Tyler Tingley, Ben Forbes, and Bobby Hoskins. Puck's won by Kalamazoo United. The faceoff is a shot by Hoskins, goes wide from the point. Less than a minute to play now. Alex Long across, but it goes off the skate of Hoskins back out to the neutral zone. Swept over to the far side. Trevor Graham gets a stick lift on Mason. Now here's Feldman trying to ice the game. Gets by one man. Tries to get the shot on, and he does! Into the empty net. He's able to just take a swing at it. Remelius, Parker Remelius, that is, will get the win here. As Jacob Felmadin, his second of the game, an empty netter. Time of the goal, the 16-15 mark. And just nice to hear is now it's 6-4 as East Kentwood, despite the valiant effort, seemed like they may fall up short here. There is 45 seconds. As the puck was dropped apparently unfairly according to the linesman. Well, let's see. Well, regardless, we'll just continue on here, looks like. Is still 5 on the ice. They're going to probably try to win the draw and bring it in with the Falcons before they pull Whitley. Back for Ben Forbes. He plays up the near side wall. Alex Long tipped ahead, but it gets knocked right back in on the goaltender Liam Whitley from the neutral zone by Aiden Dutcher. And Whitley will just cover it up and hold on with 33.2 seconds left. Tingley back out there for the Falcons. Face-off won by East Kentwood, and quickly on ahead comes Bobby Hoskins. Expect Liam Whitley to go. Hoskins across the line, a long shot off the stick of Vanderloon and out of play. So off will come Whitley with 24.8 seconds left. Down 2 now are the Falcons as Kalamazoo United looks to improve to 4-5 on the season. Second win against EK this year. Kalamazoo United, who just 2 years ago was a team that only won 1 game in their season, now a team that's top of the South Division down in Kalamazoo. Face-off won by the Falcons. Hoskins with a shot that gets blocked, trying to clear it as Vanderloon, and he just gets it down the ice, does Felmadin. Quickly going back in his own zone is Forbes. Being checked by Collins, gives it away for Mason. Mason shoots and he scores. Second empty netter, this one for Mason. And that should just about do it. Only 10.5 seconds to go. 16:50 the time of the goal. And it'll be a win for Kalamazoo United, despite the valiant effort by the Falcons to try to come back from a 5-1 deficit, coming oh so close a couple times. Unfortunately, it was not enough here this afternoon as puck will be chipped on in by Andrew Vanderloon. Vanderloon, as we have a late penalty here, is Dylan Losey with a penalty with 1 second left. It looks like Losey will go to the box. I guess they're going to call on the refs to see what the official call should be. The time of this penalty will be the 16:58 mark for those that are keeping track. Obviously a tough one, though, for East Kentwood, a game that the Falcons thought they had a real good chance to win, and they were starting off strong. It's a 2-minute minor here for Losey, so technically, unless there's a quick shot off this draw, the Kalamazoo United will end the game with a 4-for-6 with the man advantage. As the puck's dropped, and that'll do it. Kalamazoo United was able to stifle the comeback for the Falcons. EK trying to stage a dramatic comeback at 5-1 deficit at one point, but Parker Remlius and his team were able to shut the door. Now improved to 4-5 on the season. East Kentwood now falling to 0-for-8 on this 2021 season. Quick run through the scoring one more time. Bobby Hoskins was able to fire one in just a couple minutes into this contest to give East Kentwood a 1-0 lead. But then 5 unanswered goals for Kalamazoo United, 4 of which coming on the power play. 2 by Brendan Collins, giving him now 6 goals on the season. And 1 from Jacob Felmadin. He also did Felmadin in the third period, one of the empty netters. That gives him now 8 goals on the season. Noah Cunnard also scored twice. He's got 3 now, both of which on the power play. Sean Mason, the other goal scorer, he scored one of the empty netters. That's his first goal of the season for the Kalamazoo United. Bobby Hoskins scored his second goal of the game in the second period on the power play. Then a goal by Trevor Graham made it a 5-3 game at that point. Ryan Long, the captain, was able to tally one in to make it interesting in the third, making it a 1-goal game. However, the 2 empty netters, 1 from Felmadin, 1 from Mason, negated any chance of a completed comeback by the home squad. As we said, East Kentwood now 0-8 on the season. Only 4 games left in their regular season. They play 3 games coming up next weekend. They'll be playing, or 3 games, yes. They'll play Saturday night right here at Kentwood Ice Arena. Saturday, a 1 o'clock puck drop against Northview, Comstock Park Sparta combined squad. Like I said, 1 o'clock puck drop. Next day, on the Sunday, they'll be taking on Jennison over at Griff's Georgetown. That'll be a 3 o'clock puck drop. And then back at it against Northview on Monday over at Griff's Ice House, just downtown off of Coldwater there. 4 o'clock puck drop for that game. And they wrap up their regular season on next Friday, taking on Kenowa Hills, a 4:30 puck drop right here at Kentwood Ice Arena. As we talk about Kalamazoo United, now 4-5 on the season. They have had a busy week. They've had 4 games this week. They still have one more coming up actually later today, according to their schedule. They'll be taking on Hudsonville at Griff's Georgetown. At least it's according to the website. 7 o'clock puck drop for that one. So they have to quickly get out of here and get ready for that one in just a few hours. And then they play 4 games in a matter of a week after that. They'll take on Matawan down at Wings West, a 3:30 puck drop. That coming up on Monday afternoon. And then next Friday, they'll be taking on Northview at Griff's Ice House, just outside of downtown GR. 8 o'clock puck drop for that game. They travel to Jackson, Michigan, take on Lumen Christi on Saturday. Then back at it again on Monday, a home game against Matawan down at Wings West. 3:30 puck drop for that game. And they wrap up their regular season also next Friday with a game against Jenison at Griff's Georgetown. 5 o'clock puck drop for that one. But that is it here from Kentwood Ice Arena for this contest. Kalamazoo United holds off the Falcons. Valiant effort at a comeback, able to win this one by a score of 7-4, getting the season sweep of both games over the Falcons. I'm Tyler Kuehl saying thank you all for tuning in to this high school hockey broadcast here on The Kuehl Show. We'll see you next time. Once again, Kalamazoo United pick up the win over East Kent.